I got a bum elbow, so I'm gonna start this way. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Ooh, baby. All right, we're up a little close and personal here today. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better. Please tell me if something seems off with the volume or the picture. DR, how you doing, my brother? Hope everybody's doing well tonight. We'll wait for some people to hop in here. Please hit that like button on the way in, guys. Living la vida loca. You're gonna have me thinking about that dang song all night now. I'm doing really good, other than my poor Seahawks got freaking stomped. All the other underdogs so far have won this weekend, but not mine. You watch football, DR? Have you been watching the games? Oh, Marky Rizzo's coming in here early tonight. How about them Seahawks, Marky? Marky was getting excited for me with that Seahawks halftime score. He sent me an email and he's like, "Can't believe this crap." I have a whole bunch of friends who are Niners friends or Niners fans, and they were all hitting me up. 8 people in here, guys. Hit that like button if you could on the way in. Also, we only need 4 more people to hit 2,200 subscribers, so that would be really cool if we could hit that on the live stream tonight. I know sometimes we get quite a few new subscribers during each stream, so I'm going to be closely watching to see if we can get to 2,200 subscribers before the stream's over, guys. Yeah, it did look alright for a minute, huh? Dang it, they got my hopes up. That one freaking call that they even said was junk, like, threw the entire game off. Like, I think a tight end was like standing like 6 inches too far in the wrong direction or some weird crap like that. And we were about ready to score, and then that just literally changed the whole damn game. And we were screwed ever since then. 10 people in here, all right. Might be a fun night tonight here, guys. Whoa, how do you say that name? Triacapetus? Sorry, I don't know how to say that name. It says me too, watching football. Am I talking too loud, guys, or does it sound just about right where I should be? Whoa, you guys are going off already. I don't want to get too far behind, so I'm going to try to keep up with you guys right from the start here. I like that. I like when I have to play keep up. So DR says, no sir, not a sports fan. Too busy with work and family. I got ya. Oh, you just reminded me of something, DR. So I'm not sure what, I don't know. So I've been doing like some testing being an Uber driver this week, you guys, and man, it's been crazy. I'm not sure if I want to like do a story time on this channel, or do you guys think it would be better if I did it on my car channel? I'm kind of thinking my car channel, but this is the channel that I'm mostly active on, so I don't know what to do. But dang, man, you really get to know your city if you start driving people around in an Uber at night. There's some crazy stuff going on in my town. Woo! I learned to smell what meth or crack smells like. Now I know what that smells like when people are getting in my car. That's interesting. Smells like someone's burning a TV in my back seat. Have you guys ever smelt that crap? Holy moly, man. The area that I've been driving, it's it's like there's a lot of low income crammed in people, and I drive in that place because it's like drive after drive, ride after ride. Why is my phone not making noises, guys? Hold on. I don't understand. Hold on a second, guys. It's not on silent. That's weird. Sometimes these phones are a little too high tech for me. I'm kind of old school. Full of action, exactly, yes. I literally almost got in a fight with a guy he was drunk. I picked him up at 1 in the morning, guys, from the front of a bar. And as I pulled up, he was literally about ready to fight a girl, right? And then I'll just tell a quick story on this one. My gas was like on fumes, and I had like a pretty long ride with this dude. Long story short, he's like, I'm gonna kill this bee, blah blah blah. She put her hands on me. The whole way home, he just kept going. I'm like, it's all right, dude. It's done and over with. And he's like, you better calm me down, man. I was looking at him like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not your psychiatrist, brother. Crazy, guys. Like, I was like, this fool better not try nothing crazy, because I'll kill this dude in my front seat. So yeah, I'm just not sure. I want to like share some story times from the Uber stuff that I'm trying, because it's crazy, but I just don't know if I should do it on this channel or my car channel. Tell me what you guys think. I just don't post a lot on my car channel lately. I will in the spring and summertime, like motorcycle videos. So Triapapias, sorry, I don't know how to say your name, says, I'm on Suboxone, but I never feel it kick in. I'm damaged, I guess, question mark. Why am I still wanting to feel something? What dose are you taking? And are you taking it all at once, or are you spreading it out through the day? You could look at that as a bad thing, or you could look at it as a good thing, because my good friend Zach will say that the goal of him when he takes a Suboxone is to not feel it, because if you're feeling something, if you're feeling your Suboxone kick in and you enjoy the feeling, then that's going to keep you hooked on that drug, right, guys? So if you're not feeling it, it's going to be a lot easier to let that go, in my opinion. So you could look at it as a bad thing, but I would look at it as a good thing if I was you. Yeah, what milligram? That's a very important part. Spreading it out, 8 milligram, 2 times a day. Wow, you're not feeling that? Okay, so did you just have a really high tolerance, or have you been on it forever, or what? That's interesting that you're not feeling that. That's a pretty decent dose. Mike, good to see you. Mike says, love the videos, lots of information that's been used to help. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for that compliment, Mike. Good to see you in here, buddy. Are you new to the channel, Mike? I don't think I've seen your name a whole lot in here before. I like to play, not to watch that much. Yeah, playing football is a good time for sure. Marky says it's Trisha. Oh, okay, Trisha. I'll just stick with that. That's a lot easier to. Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. It's been a long weekend, so we'll go with Trisha. That's a lot easier to say. Thanks for that, Marky. Easy Willie. It sounds great. Thank you, Easy Willie. Pedipus. So Trisha Pedipus. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Kevin. Oh, Eric. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? Eric, how's it going, man? Any updates for us? I've been thinking about your situation. I'd love to have a positive update from you. Amy says, caught you live. Yay. We're getting ready to watch our Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, I've got the game on right here too, guys. I've been watching football all day. How are you, Amy? Picking up crackheads, bruh. New level unlocked. That'd be the name of the video. Rubber burning to me. Laugh out loud, rubber burning to me. Yeah, I mean, it smells like plastic is burning, is what I was just like, what in the heck is this smell? And then I did some Googling, and I said, what drug smells like burning rubber or burning plastic? And it said meth or crack. And I was like, that's weird that it would say or. Aren't those two totally separate drugs? I don't know a whole lot about either of them. But it is a very distinct smell, and I will never forget that smell again. I know, that's right. Love to hear about it. Like, guys, literally my car the next day, And I even left my car in the garage with the back windows down, and it still smelled like alcohol. My whole garage smelled like alcohol from driving people around. I was like, "Whoop, whoop." It's either I'm either driving around drunkies, which I don't mind that as long as they're cool, right? Like, obviously they're not out driving drunk, so that's great. But when they're like being rude and like weird, like that guy telling me I need to calm him down. No, dude, I'm not. First of all, you never tipped me my ass. Second of all, he wanted me to drop him off and get some food. I'm like, no, don't work like that, buddy. You better cash me outside. Let's see here. Your body is probably just full. Receptors are full. Mike says yes. Okay, so you're new to the channel. Trisha says, honestly, I haven't been on it but 13 months. Yeah, that's interesting because I honestly really felt like I never really got too much of a tolerance to Suboxone when I was on it, guys. Like, I almost felt like, I don't know, it's almost like my body was always trying to adjust lower. So it's like, I don't know. I definitely, when I was taking 8 milligrams at a time, I definitely felt that for sure. Easy Willie says, my doctor is going to give me the Sublocade shot. Just waiting for approval from insurance. That's awesome, Easy Willie. What dose of Suboxone are you coming from? Did your doctor tell you what milligram shot he's going to start you on? Guys, did you guys see that post that I made the other day about this dude's doctor told him literally that the Sublocade shot is going to give him exactly 10 milligrams a day for 30 days and then it's just gone? I'm like, dude, bruh, that guy's doctor does not understand half-life. And if a doctor doesn't understand half-life of the medications that they're giving, especially serious medications like Sublocade, then it might be time to find a new doctor. Just remember, guys, that all doctors aren't created equal, as I said in that post. It's like, dude, if your doctor doesn't even understand the half-life of a $1,700 injection, then you probably should find a new doctor. I'm just saying. So this dude literally thought that his one 300 milligram shot was just going to be totally wiped out in a month. I'm like, dude, that one shot is going to last you 4, 5, 6 months, maybe more, before it runs out, right? Obviously, it's not going to stay steady the whole time because it's getting smaller in your stomach every day. That's why it does a long, slow taper for you. But I do find myself craving meth or anything else other than opioids to still feel something. So it sounds like your dopamine levels are just so low, right? Have you been addicted to stimulants a lot in the past, it sounds like? And then you're like, how long have you been off of stimulants? Trisha? I'm on 2 milligrams of subs for 6 years. So, Easy Willie, I would assume that your doctor, okay, I just see you said here, yes, 100 milligram shot. That's going to be the smooth transition right there, my friend. From 2 milligrams of Suboxone to a 100 milligram Sublocade shot, that's the money dose right there. I love that dose. I was thinking about it, you guys, like so much of this stuff when we're switching substances, this could be from Kratom to Suboxone, from Suboxone to Kratom, from Suboxone to Sublocade. All of these different possibilities that everybody's doing, so much of it, going from opioids, going from Loratabs to Suboxone, guys, like so much of this is so crucial to get the right dose, or at least close to the right dose. Because I can't tell you how many times, you guys, I've heard of somebody going into the doctor with a 30 milligram a day Loratab habit, and the doctor gives them 16 milligrams of Suboxone, and they're like, they can't even walk, right? It's like, doc, what are you doing, man? You got to start low on the Suboxone. Just hearing these stories, guys, because I talked to so many of you about your situations, and you know, my best friend's wife, that's what happened to her. She had a lower, not like a crazy lower tab history, right? And the doctor made her start on 16 milligrams of Suboxone, and thank God she only took 8 of it. She faked taking the other 8, or else if she would have took all 16 at once, she could have been in the hospital, right? Like, seriously, guys. So much of the dose is so critical when you guys are transferring between the stuff that we talk about on this channel. So I just want to make sure that I talk about that, and that you guys understand that, right? We would love to say that every doctor knows everything about everything, right, guys? But it's just not possible for one human being to know thousands of scenarios for every different person. It's up to you, the user, to do your own homework, especially when dealing with medications like Suboxone and Kratom and Sublocade. This is serious stuff, guys. So I'm glad that you guys are here learning and educating yourselves, so that when you talk to your doctor and you're making these important transitions in your life, that you can be better, well prepared, right? And if something sounds off to your doctor, as your doctor's talking to you, you can be like, hold up, like, that don't sound right, doc. What about, and then you can offer some suggestions. What about we start at 2 milligrams of Suboxone, right? And then I could add 2 more milligrams every couple hours if I need it. Like, don't just go blasting off at 16 milligrams of Suboxone just because that's the cookie cutter for some doctors to start people on. It just kind of pisses me off that there's a lot of people that have the right information, but their doctors, they're like trying to overpower because they're the doctor, right? And I get it, that does pull a lot of weight, obviously. And this is probably the perfect time for me to say, guys, I am not a doctor, and nothing on this channel is medical advice. If you're struggling with addiction, seek out your own medical doctor, but make sure that they know what the heck they're talking about. Ideally, if you're going to be messing with Suboxone or Sublocade, Kratom, stuff like this, probably go to an addiction doctor, an addiction specialist. If you guys go to your normal, regular doctor, chances are they're not going to know a lot about this stuff. Eric says, I heard it takes several months to level off from an addiction. You need time for your brain to process normal feelings and get used to a normal feelings. I'm not sure, Eric, if you mean somebody coming onto a drug or going off of a drug. Eric, you didn't give me an update on your situation, buddy. Weren't you going to try to cold turkey your, was it Oxyuron? Did you end up doing it? Or even ice cream. Yes, even ice cream. Trisha, just say no to meth, okay? Ben and Jerry's is better. But the weight gain is a trigger. I have so far, but the weight gain is a trigger. You're gaining weight from what? Just from coming off of stimulants or from getting on Suboxone, Trisha? Started meth when I got off of opioids, and maybe it's just a cross addiction, but I feel like too pumped up whenever I have relapsed on meth without a downer. Sorry if I'm being too frank. You don't ever have to apologize for being too frank around here. This is what we do. We talk about the deep stuff here, guys. So don't ever feel like you have to apologize for that. And I appreciate you sharing that that post that you just made. There are a lot of people that I talk to, guys. A lot of people take Adderall type stuff, and then what happens is they'll take their Adderall in the morning, and then they get this huge boost of energy, and they start to get anxious, right, guys? And then what happens is then they're taking their Suboxone to calm them down, and it reminds me of maybe 10, 15 years ago when I tried ecstasy, right, for the first time. My girlfriend was taking a hardcore sleeping pill to come down from that. And I was like, that is not a good idea. You're taking some hardcore stimulant to keep your body pumped up, and then you're taking something else totally backwards from that, that's going to crash you. Like that, you're doing two drugs to fight each other, right? If you're taking hardcore stimulants or high doses of Adderall, and then you're getting anxious from it, well, what about just lowering your dose of Adderall so you don't have to take so much Suboxone to calm you back down, right? So many times in life we can overcomplicate our situations and take, add too many drugs to the situation, and then everything's like fighting each other. It's like, just simplify things. If you take something that makes you anxious, take less of it. That way you don't have to take something, like a Xanax or something to calm you down, or Suboxone to calm you down, Just try to think about things like that, guys. Just try to simplify. I know this is obviously much easier said than done. I know how hard this stuff is, so if possible, simplify. 15 people in here, guys. Say what's up and hit that like button, please. We need like 3 more subscribers to hit 2,200. I bet we can do it on the stream, guys. So if you haven't yet, do the crew a solid and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if we got any more subscribers, guys. Nope, no subscribers. 4 away from 2,200. Easy Willie, please keep us updated how your transition goes. Oh, Carrie made it to the building, guys. Sorry I'm late catching up. No, we only started like, I guess 20 minutes ago. Good to see you, Carrie. Carrie, I just got to say thank you for that amazing $100 Venmo contribution to the channel. This is probably a perfect time to go ahead and thank the contributors of the week, guys. So let me do that real quick here, as you guys know we love to do on this channel. So there she is, Carrie. She is the sponsor of the week for our channel, guys. She sent a $100 Venmo contribution. So she really enjoys this channel, obviously, or else she wouldn't have done that. So thank you, Carrie, and congratulations on getting down to 2 milligrams of Suboxone. You're doing good, girl. Thank you for supporting me like that. I really appreciate that. Super sweet of you. Other people who have contributed for the week, guys, Cher Bear. We actually had Cher Bear in the house. She's an old school Rockin' Roberta crew member, I guess you could say. I remember meeting Cher Bear back on Rockin' Roberta's videos back like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, before I even started making videos. She did a super chat last Sunday, so shout out to Cher Bear. I know she was really struggling with a higher dose of Kratom addiction, so if she's seeing this on replay, we hope the channel that I recommended her check out, hopefully that brought her some ideas to help get her Kratom dose down. Cher Bear, if you see this on the repeat, or if you hop in here, or if you're in here, please say hello. We also had Don't Tread on Me come through with a Venmo donation, guys. Shout out to Don't Tread on Me. Not in here yet, I don't think I've seen. We had Nate S coming through with an awesome $66 Venmo donation, guys. I think I seen a comment. Yeah, Nate S is right there. And that was for Nate S being 66 days off of Suboxone, guys. So as of today, that would be, what, 70 days, Nate? Is that you're about 70 days now? If you could, Nate, let us know how you're feeling on day 70 of Suboxone. No Suboxone, I should say. Shout out to Nate S for the amazing $66 contribution, guys, to the Venmo. And then Mama Deb came through with the Cash App. As always, Mama Deb is hooking it up every Wednesday. So yes, those are the 5 people who contributed to the channel for the week. Shout out to every one of you who did that. I really appreciate each and every one of you, especially you, Carrie, and also Nate S and Mama Deb coming through every freaking Wednesday. So shout out to all 5 of you. I love you guys, and thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate that, guys. Y'all sweet to me. Oh, speak of the devil right there. Don't tread on me. Did you hear what I just said? Don't tread on me. Just gave you a shout out. Thanks for the Venmo last Sunday, my friend. 48 days here, Don't Tread on Me says. So we got some people that are kicking butt here in the chat right now, guys. For Jessica Jane, hopped in here. Good to see you, Jessica Jane. Oh, Ronan's up in here. Good to see you, Ronan, buddy. I know we were kind of talking a little bit. I think that was last Sunday. Florida man Dan, team coming through with a victory. How about that comeback, Dan? What'd they win, by 1 point? Incredible stuff, man. That was awesome to see. I thought that was going to be a blowout, like my poor Seahawks game. Dan's Jaguars pulled through a huge comeback win over the Chargers last night. That was pretty incredible. Pretty dang incredible. So it looks like the Bengals are up 3 over the Ravens right now, but the Ravens are driving the ball right now, guys. So we'll see what happens with this game. All right, who else we got in here, guys? 15, 16 people. Please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we need 4 more subscribers, guys. We could do it. We could do it. Hanging loose, whatever that means. Nate S says, I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Did you post how you're doing, Nate? I'm assuming that you're still doing incredible based off of last Wednesday's conversation. Good to see you in here. Nate S has been up in here a lot lately, and I really appreciate that. And spreading some hope for the folks that, are looking forward to jumping off of Suboxone as well. Same with Don't Tread on Me as well. So we've got people in here of all different doses, all different substances. Everyone's trying to get to the same place, right, guys? So we're seeing that people are doing and succeeding. And there are plenty of people who have done and succeeded before. Florida man says, we going to the Super Bowl? It's definitely possible, man. Hopefully they don't get off to a slow start in the next game. Who are they playing next? I haven't looked at the schedule. Is it the winner of tonight's game? Or did they got the number 1 seed? That game was crazy. I agree. Trisha says, yay, thank you, Carrie. How's it going with all your kids in the house tonight, Carrie? I think you said you have like 4 or 5 boys running around. So Amy says, I've gained 20 pounds since I started on Subutex. Wow, that's definitely backwards from what I usually hear. Oh my gosh. Somebody just coming through with the Venmos. I see the baby word in here, so I'm going to have to say baby here in a minute, guys. Looks like we have... Let me refresh this. Don't Tread on Me coming through with another $5 Venmo donation here, guys. How about them 49ers? Baby. No, you're breaking my heart. And he said that, guys, not me, right? You guys know that I have to read whatever's on the comment. So shout out to Don't Tread on Me. Good luck to the 49ers. I'm definitely going to go ahead and jump on that 49ers bandwagon. I've definitely done that in the past. So as soon as my Seahawks get knocked out, I'm always jumping on the Niners bandwagon. What is that noise out here? Can you guys hear that? There's a very weird sound outside of my house right now. Okay. That was weird. All right, back to the show here, guys. Thank you for that $5 Venmo, my friend. I really appreciate that. And also for you did the same thing last Sunday. I really appreciate that, brother. Somebody was saying, okay, so Amy says, I've gained 20 pounds since I started with my Subutex. Is there any other medications that you started along with that Subutex? Because usually people are losing weight when it comes to buprenorphine products. But I have heard it seems like mostly everybody loses weight on this stuff. That's very interesting. That's very different than I usually hear. Mostly people gain weight after they get off of Suboxone or Subutex. But thank you for sharing that, Amy. I'm just wondering if has anybody else gained weight when getting on Subutex or Suboxone? I swear mostly everybody doesn't loses weight and then they gain weight when they get off. That's definitely what I've mostly heard. So maybe you're just kind of backwards from, and that happens, right? Remember, it's different for everybody. the effects that we feel, it's different for a lot of people. What dose are you on, Amy? Are you on a really high dose or something? Congrats, Nate. Amazing. Congrats. What's up, Kid Cudi? Nate S is crushing. Yes, he is. Oh, don't tread on me says I did not. So yeah, I was literally just thanking the contributors for the week, and I just mentioned your name right before you hopped on the chat. Just thanking you for last Sunday's donation, my friend. Feel good. Says, hey, what's good? Hi from Europe. Laying in bed trying to sleep, but insomnia sucks. Feel good. Are you withdrawing right now? Not on bupe. I gained weight when I was on methadone though. So Trisha says, I've gained more than 20 coming off of meth, and I'm on Suboxone. I could definitely see somebody gaining weight coming off of meth. That's for sure, for sure. So that's clear. That's obvious to say that meth is way more of an appetite suppressant than Suboxone, as you would assume that it would be. So that sounds normal to me, Tricia. I would definitely assume that once you do get off Suboxone, you will likely gain some more weight unless you control, what you're eating or how you're eating. As I just said, most people do gain weight once they come off the Suboxone. I have no idea who we play next. Maybe the Chiefs or Bills. Yeah, I'm thinking you'll probably play the Chiefs if I had to guess. Because the Chiefs got the #1 spot, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chiefs got the #1 spot. Because they didn't play this weekend. So, yeah, they had to get the #1 spot. The Chiefs and the Eagles, I believe. Do you guys still hear that sound? It's still going out here. Let me check on what the heck that is, guys. Hold on a second. It's tripping me out. Oh, I just heard another dono come through here, guys. Oh, just kidding. That's an Uber. Ooh, Uber tip. All right. Somebody tipping me from the other day. As you guys probably missed, I was telling the other people earlier. Nice. Thank you, Leighton. Oh. Sweet. That's one thing that's kind of cool about if you're, so I'm kind of new to Uber driving, guys. I'm doing like a little test here. But like you get tips later on after, like days after. I just got a tip from a driver that I drove like 4 days ago. And let me just tell you guys, driving Uber in your town, you learn a lot about your town, guys. A lot of stuff I never even thought was really going on here is going on here. I want to make a video about it. I just don't know if I should do it on this channel or the other channel, but maybe I'll update you guys sometime soon about that. Keep some comments going, guys. It looks like I see things are slowing down quite a bit in the comments. If you guys could go ahead and say or ask some questions, share your story. Thanks, brother. You must have subliminally called me to the live. Yes, I must have. I said your name and you appeared. I didn't want to say your real name just because some people they don't want me saying their real name, so I always try to say the channel name or the YouTube name. What the hell, man? So I found out there's a plow truck going outside my house and it's making some funky sounds. Hopefully we'll get some more people in here. The notifications should have all gone out to everybody by now. Did you guys get any notifications that I was on live tonight? All my Missouri friends gonna be enemies. Yeah, you're about to make some enemies there, Dan. So I don't think you guys can have I don't think you guys can have a home game though, right, Dan? So aren't you done working at the stadium now? Because I think you guys are one of the lower seeds, like the Seahawks were, if I remember right. And I'm pretty sure the lower the seeds of the of the playoff seed, that like you pretty much don't have a chance to have a home game at that point, if I recall. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong on that. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Phil is a good dude. Oh, is that the guy that came from your channel, Dan? I recognize the name. I was trying to remember or I know Feel Good either came from Kingdom Within's channel or somebody else's, so it must have been yours, Dan. Is that what I'm getting right? $16 people in here, guys. Hit that like button if you could, all right? And also, if you haven't yet subscribed, we need 3 or 4 more subscribers to get to 2,200. And we still need 4 more. Yep. So, okay, so Marky says, I gained 20 pounds after my appetite came back. There was no fulfilling after I ate, but that went away. Yeah, it almost seems like there's like it's during your like how long did it take, Marky, before your weight started going up? Like for me, I want to say it was like maybe 2 weeks being off, because it seems like my withdrawal, like the first main part of the withdrawal was over by like maybe day 10 or day 12, and then I remember I started gaining weight right after that. My appetite started coming back. So usually it's like your the first part of your withdrawal, you're likely going to lose some more weight, but then once you start to get your, your appetite will start to come back. Yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. Keep the comments going. I like this. That's gonna keep the conversation going here. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We're all here sharing our own experience here. All right, so Carrie has a good question here. So Carrie says, Kev, can I ask you a question? I've heard you say you made it almost a month completely off Suboxone. What was the biggest obstacle you felt that made you decide to take the shot? So, Carrie, the last time I was even off Suboxone was quite a while ago. So I had gotten back on Suboxone, and then I was having issues tapering down below 1 milligram. And just going off of my past experiences, because my last basically 4 years on Suboxone has been like this, guys, right? I'll get off of it, then I'll come back on or whatever, and then I'll go back up with the dose. So it was just like, it was like the perfect storm of things. I found out through the grapevine that doctors are now possibly willing to negotiate the Sublocade shot for people who are on lower doses of Suboxone. And that was always a thing that I had heard, is that I'm basically screwed. I can't get on Sublocade because I tapered down to lower doses of Suboxone, right? So that always pissed me off. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this, but I had talked about that many times in the past. I had always said, if I could just get on that Sublocade shot, I would definitely do it. And I've said that, I've been consistent on that over many years, but since I've always been on lower doses of Suboxone, how the drug manufacturer of Sublocade recommends it, it wouldn't work, right? Because doctors weren't going off label and customizing the Sublocade doses for people like me. But since I started hearing on Reddit that doctors are now possibly open to doing that, I figured, hey, I'm going to call my old addiction doctor and get in there and plead my case. And that's exactly what I did. And I was really surprised that he basically listened to my ideas that I had and what I wanted to do as far as transitioning from a low dose of Suboxone onto Sublocade. So, Carrie, I wasn't off of Suboxone for a month before I went to Sublocade. That's not how it worked. I've been back on Suboxone for like the last, I don't know, year or so, because I remember maybe even more than that. Last time I came off Suboxone, I tried to do it with a little bit of Kratom, and then after a month of suffering and not sleeping, I said screw the Kratom. I'm getting back on a low dose of Suboxone so I could sleep. So yeah, that's kind of how it's gone as far as that all goes. But as far as thinking about when I was off Suboxone, what was the biggest obstacle that I had when I was off Suboxone for a month? I would definitely say the depression and the low energy was the hardest part. Even after a month, it was still pretty bad, to be honest with you. So yeah, hopefully that clarifies some things for you, Carrie. Let me know if I missed something or if you still had further questions on that. I love that question, though. Thank you for asking that. And as you guys have seen, there are a lot of you, even people just right here on this video tonight, that are going from low doses of Suboxone to a lower dose of Sublocade. And I seen a question from Eric that's going to kind of transition into touching more on that in just a moment. So I'll get to your question in just a second, Eric, and that's a great question. So, Don't Tread on Me says, yes, do some Uber videos. That would be interesting. You can use my real name if you want. It's Aaron for others who are wondering. Okay, so you think I should do the Uber videos on this addiction channel, or should I do it on my car channel? It kind of seems more fitting to, well, maybe not. Maybe I could use the addiction part of it, because I drive so many people who are very drunk, and I drive a lot of people who are on crack and meth. It sounds so weird to say that I put random strangers, homeless people in my car that are on crack, meth, and alcohol. What could go wrong here, guys? Knocking on wood, please. Knocking on wood. Pray for my safety. Carrie says, depression, anxiety, irritability, or all of the above. Do you think it would have been better if you would have tapered down even lower? So, Carrie, if you remember, I'm not sure if you've seen it or not, but I did one time taper down to 1/4 of 1 milligram. That was definitely my most successful jump, and that was the time that I stayed off Suboxone the longest. My very first jump attempt was at 3 milligrams, and that was way too hard. And then I tried again at 1 milligram, and that was still too hard. So then I tapered down to 1/4 of a milligram before I jumped again. Now, looking back, after we have much more information over the last recent years, and we've talked to many more people, looking back, the thing that I messed up on was I didn't stay at 1/4 of a milligram for long enough, right? So that's the key, guys. If you guys are low tolerant to withdrawal symptoms, then you need to get down to 1/4 of a milligram and stay there for a couple of months, right? 2, 3. I mean, I think Deb said she's been, if I can recall, do you guys remember how long Deb's been at 1/4 of a milligram or lower? It's been at least a couple of months, right, guys? So, and she's still having issues right now, it sounds like. So she's still kind of struggling right now. I think she's now below 1/4 of a milligram. But yes, the depression and the low energy definitely were my worst. The restless legs, if I can recall, they went away around day 10, if I remember right. So once the restless legs went away, I was able to actually get a little bit of sleep, and that's why I was able to make it, further into the withdrawal. Tricia says, I have lost so many friends due to fentanyl. So I salute all those, including myself, for surviving the suicide mission. We do get better. Yeah, guys, right now there's a record amount of people dropping dead to these fake fentanyl, these fake 30. I keep seeing things on the news about it. Like the other day it said that the police have seized more than enough pills to kill 6 million people, enough fake 30 pills, to kill 6 million people. So this stuff is just getting insane. And if you guys are struggling with addiction to street meds right now, please save your life and go get on Suboxone, right? we all know it sucks to taper off Suboxone, but at least you'll be here to do it. You'll be here with your family, guys, and your children if you have them. But if you want to keep rolling the dice and doing these street drugs, guys, Trisha just said it. She lost so many friends due to these drugs. I have lost more than 10 friends to street drugs, and this was before these fake fentanyl, pills came into town, right? Like, I lost most of my friends like over the last 10, 15 years, and it's way worse now. And I just they're either dead or I don't have really many friends anymore. So I know that if I was still in that lifestyle right now, that it would be just like people are saying. People are just dropping like flies out there right now. Fries. You might know me from Roberto's channel. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Eric says, Kevin, so you're going to have less withdrawal systems? I'm assuming you meant to say symptoms. Oh, you did correct that. Okay, so Kevin, you're going to have less withdrawal now I'm all screwed up. Symptoms tapering off Sublocade. How does that work? Eric, it all comes down to what I always talk about, buddy. It's the half-life. It all comes down to the half-life, buddy, when it comes to this stuff. And for those of you that haven't heard me say this before, I'm going to go ahead and say it again because it's very important. The half-life of Sublocade, guys, is 45 to 60 days. The half-life of Suboxone is 35 hours on average. So what does this mean, guys? What is the half-life for Kratom and Loratab? I think they're both somewhere around 4 or 5, 6 hours, right? This is where it comes to people say, how do I say this, guys? Let me keep it easy for you, Eric. So, okay, so when someone takes a shot of Sublocade, it takes, on average, let's just say they took a 300 milligram shot of Sublocade. It's going to take at least 6 months for that shot to fully wear out of their system. So how that's going to prove to have less withdrawal symptoms is, first of all, you're not thinking about the dose all day as you are when you're tapering Suboxone or Kratom or street drugs or whatever you're doing. You're not thinking about it all day, right? So your mind is going to be more, is going to be better to adjust to the situation. It's all happening subconsciously over many, many months without you even thinking about it. When I was tapering my Suboxone dose, every time you lower your dose, you're worried. Am I going to feel crappy today? Am I going to have diarrhea? Am I going to be anxious when I go to my family dinner? Like, there's so many different things that come into it, right? So if you're on Sublocade, you don't have to think about this stuff. And it just does it automatically. I've said before, you're on autopilot once you get on Sublocade. It tapers for you over many months. And it all comes down to the half-life, as I said. When you stop taking Suboxone, you're on a time zone, right? Like, you know that the withdrawal is coming pretty quick. Usually for me, it was like the next day. For other people, it's like days 3 and 4 that it kicks in. Either way, it's going to come pretty quick. As the Sublocade wears out, we can't even see what's under our skin and our fat, right? So we're not even going to know when it fully runs out. And these little balls, they just go away so slow, so slow. That's why we don't ever feel Sublocade. We don't feel it kick in, and we don't feel it go away. It's the same way, right? You don't get the benefit of feeling it kick in and getting a boost of energy like you do when you take Suboxone, but you don't have the con of feeling it drop off like you do when you stop taking Suboxone. Hopefully that makes sense, Eric. Did I miss anything on that? And if you guys don't believe me, hop on Reddit. Go read there's random ass people sharing their Sublocade experience. You guys seen, I had Dr. Ken Starr on here. He does this stuff all day long. You guys seen what he said on my live stream as I had him on here. So, but as you guys know, I'm an open book around here. When the time comes, and it's not going to be too far away, that I stop taking Sublocade, you guys know that if I have withdrawal, I'm going to tell you about every single one of them. So stay tuned, because the time shouldn't be too far from here, guys. Just a quick side note, it's been almost a month now since I got my last shot. Can you guys believe how fast that time has gone? My fifth shot isn't even scheduled still for another month from now. So we're going to see how this next month goes with me spacing my dose out for an extra month. I'm not worried about it, and you guys shouldn't be either. Florida Man Dan says, no, work is still busy. The team is always there. Oh, practice. Yeah, duh. I didn't even think about that. Training. I think you might have said that before. Once the season completely ends, I'll slow down. Then it ramps back up in April. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I remember you kept saying that it was going to be busy, but I was like, wait, how's it going to be busy? You might have said that before. I might have missed it. Sorry, buddy. Just a quick side note, Dan, your channel's going to blow up, dude. I think that a lot of people out there are clearly struggling with fentanyl addiction. It's clear to see how many more views your videos get per subscriber count than mine, right? So, Dan, keep going with your channel, dude. I know a lot of people enjoy your content, so keep going, brother. It's awesome to see your videos. I've been watching quite a bit of them. So, if I had one recommendation for you though to help your channel, you already know what I'm going to say, right? Try not to curse as much. And it kind of seemed like your last video you were trying not to curse as much. It's okay to curse sometimes, but YouTube they'll slow you down, buddy. I promise. If it's not important to you to grow the channel, then do what you do, brother. But I'm just letting you know as like a big brother type of thing. I would just be like, chill out on that cussing a little bit. Either way, I'm sure your channel's still gonna blow up. So just keep doing what you're doing, brother. Spreading the word, man. I kind of wish I had some experience. I don't wish I had experience with fentanyl, but if I did, I would talk about it more, right, guys? It's like I only want to really talk about the things that I have experience with. And if not, that's why I have people on the channel like you who have experience with that. So just a quick side note, guys. I'm probably going to have Matt on the channel for a pretty big update on his behalf. He's probably going to be on the channel next Wednesday. That's kind of like what the plan is as of now, unless he changes on me. Which has happened in the past. People have changed, have fell off. Like we've planned it and then they haven't been able to make it for whatever reason. But from right now, Matt should be on the channel Wednesday to talk about his Suboxone withdrawal. So I think he's probably somewhere around day 15 right about now, somewhere right around there. And he jumped off 2 milligrams. So it looks like the score right now, guys. Wow. Is Jackson not playing tonight? So the Ravens are 0 and the Bengals are 9 right now, guys. Oh, I don't think Lamar Jackson's out there right now. Don't tread on me says, I got that same empty stomach feeling. Sometimes I eat 3 or 4 dinners. Is it possible to get off of subs without withdrawal? Trisha asks. You have to taper really low and really slow. You must taper down to at least 1/4 of 1 milligram and be steady on that dose for many months if you do not want to experience any withdrawal. I would say maybe even lower than that. If you can get down to 0.125 milligrams, which is 1/2 of 1 milligram, guys. And for you people who are not mathematicians, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about when I say that. But it's like that amount of Suboxone. It's almost so small you can't even see it. So some people don't want to deal with having to taper. That's why a lot of you are switching to Sublocade. Or some of you can have the willpower to taper. As like I said, guys, we're all doing different things here. There are many people on my channel who are having success tapering right now. So just if you are tapering, you need to be patient with yourself, especially once you get under 2 milligrams. Okay, guys, most people can usually get down to 2 milligrams. I would say maybe to 4 milligrams pretty easily. But then once you get under 4 milligrams, it's time to slow things down and really be careful and treat yourself good, right? Because a main reason people get on Suboxone is so they don't have to go through withdrawal, right? So try not to go through withdrawal. And how do you do that? By being patient with yourself and taking your time, making sure that you're fully steady on a dose before you go rushing down to the next dose. A lot of you watching this video right now are on 2 milligrams, right around there. A lot of you guys. So I'm especially speaking to you guys who are right around 2 milligrams. Please take your time from here. Be good to yourself. Don't rush this stuff. If you feel yourself going too fast, slow it down, okay? If it starts to get too challenging, just pause the taper. Get steady before you go back down. Because that was one of the biggest things that I messed up on in the past. I got too excited. I wanted to be off of it now. And so I pushed, and I kept kicking butt. And I got a lot of momentum, and I was getting overly excited. And then before you knew it, it all caught up to me, and it blew up in my face. And then I had to start going back up. And then I was depressed and down on myself for bringing my dose up. And then that's just no fun for anybody, right? Learn from my past mistakes, guys. That's what this channel is all about. And more importantly, this channel is all about you guys not relapsing. So no matter what you do, however long you need to stay on Suboxone, maybe it's 10 years, do not go back to these street drugs, you guys. That's the #1 goal of this channel, as you guys hopefully know by now. If you rush this stuff too fast, chances are you're going to go out there back in the streets and your tolerance is low, and you got a fake fentanyl, fake 30, whatever the hell's going on out there now, this fentanyl crap, guys, and then bam, you're dead. Please don't do that. Take as much time on Suboxone as you need to. Taper as you see fit, and obviously your doctor sees fit. We all want to get off this stuff, right? But things need to be set up right, and you need to have your past drug connects need to be far removed from your life. Ideally, you have a bunch of clean time before you go without anything. Suboxone, you could think of it as a kind of life insurance, I've said in the past. It can keep you safe, right? It can keep you safe. But there comes that time in everybody's Suboxone career when their subconscious is telling them that it's probably time for them to move on from it. They start to get more side effects. The drug starts to be less effective for them. Whatever it is, guys. Listen to your soul. Your soul will tell you when it's time to get off this medication, and then start to make the right moves heading in that direction. Florida Man says, I used to Uber when I moved down to Florida to learn the city, and also did it back in St. Louis. Did you make pretty good money when you were doing that, Dan? I have some crazy stories. Yeah, dude. I mean, just 1 week into this, not even 1 week, and I've already got some pretty dang crazy stories myself. So I can imagine if you did it for a while. So Amy says, no, I am on thyroid medication, but I have been on that for years, and I take insulin for my juvenile diabetes, but I don't take anything else besides my Subutex, and I'm on 20 milligrams. Okay, so it's a pretty good dose you've got there. Gosh, yeah, I don't know. That's definitely out of the ordinary compared to what most people tell me on this channel, Amy. So I'm sorry that you're gaining weight. I wish I had more insight on that for you. It's definitely not what I usually hear people say. Have you asked your doctor about that, Amy? Oh, the Ravens just scored 7 points, guys. We might have ourselves a ball game here. 2 boys with 2 friends sleeping over. Oh yeah, no school tomorrow, huh? Okay. Okay. Tomorrow's... What kind of holiday is it tomorrow, guys? I don't even know. I'd say do the Uber videos on this channel. It might help it grow a little bit more, especially with the drunks and drug addicts you drive around. I used to Uber. It definitely gets interesting. Yeah, like if anything, it's just like I hate that this might sound like kind of not the right way to speak about things, but it definitely made me feel extremely happy to be in the position and like just to be in my life that I'm in. If you're ever feeling down on yourself, guys, go drive some people around for Uber and you'll find out real quick just how good you have it. Again, so I know that doesn't, it's like politically correct to say that, but it's the freaking truth, man. I was like, damn. I would not trade places with any one of these people that I drove around. I really wouldn't. That's kind of messed up to say. I know, guys. Sorry. Sorry if that sounds rude. I don't mean to be rude. Marky says, I've got 3 boys, never a dull moment. I feel bad for my wife. She's outnumbered. Oh, that's a lot of testosterone in Marky Rizzo's house. I guess I'm sensitive to. Whoa, Brian K coming through with a $20 super chat, baby. Good to see Brian K. He says, that was like a big. Did you guys see that flash in my face? Brian says, what's up, Kevin? I finally got in with Dr. Star, my man. We were just talking about Dr. Star. Waiting on my insurance to approve the Sublocade. I'll keep you posted and I will update your channel on my experience ASAP. I told Dr. Star hello from you. Thanks again, Big Kev. Brian K coming through with an awesome $20 super chat, buddy. I really appreciate that. I'm very excited for you, man. I think I just responded to your one of your comments. I just barely noticed it. I think it was from a few days ago, Brian. That is an awesome super chat, brother. I really appreciate that. Brian, could you tell us right now what dose of Suboxone you're on? And did you discuss with Dr. Ken Starr about what dose of Sublocade he would start you on? I'm really excited for you to give this a shot, man. This is definitely a life-changing experience. And just a quick side note too, if you hear back from your insurance, hopefully you've probably already heard me say this before, but just in case, I'll try to save you some more money here. If your insurance only covers X amount of it, right? Go check out that website I always talk about, www.insupport.com. And they will usually pick up the tab and pay the remaining amount that your insurance will not cover. Okay, guys? So just a heads up for you people that haven't heard me say that in the past. If you are trying to get on the Sublocade shot and you have insurance, you try to get it approved. If they only are willing to cover X amount of dollars of the Sublocade shot, go to that website I just mentioned, insupport.com. And more often than not, they will pay for the remaining amount. So you're going to be paying this much out of pocket, guys. So Brian says, okay, so 8 to 12 milligrams a day, and he wants to do 300, 100, 100. Dude, that's awesome. That's a great schedule right there that you just mentioned. That'll definitely work, dude. Especially going from 8 to 12 milligrams, yeah. Did you watch that video I did with Dr. Ken, right, Brian? 4 shots. I think that would be like the perfect amount. Any idea when you're gonna know, like when that's all gonna happen, Brian? Shout out to you, Brian K, for always coming through on the live stream and also dropping your wallet in here too, my brother. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, and I really appreciate you doing that. I'm excited to keep the crew updated on your situation going forward. Just a quick side note, Brian, how are you feeling on that dose of Suboxone? Have you been on it for a while? Are you sick of it? Does it feel strong? Does it feel like it's not enough? Like, how are you feeling on your current Suboxone regimen? And are you seeing Dr. Ken Starr for your Suboxone as well? I'm kind of assuming not, since you said that you kind of just reached out to him. I've been getting an increase of more and more people that are in the California area that I've been sending to Dr. Star. So it's awesome how this all kind of ties itself together here. I mean, we did that video like what, 3 months or so ago, guys? If you guys haven't yet seen that video, you can search through my live video history. I believe it was Wednesday episode number 23, if my memory recalls. You can see a picture of Dr. Ken Starr and I on the thumbnail. Trisha says, don't tread on me. I guess I'm sensitive to withdrawal, but I have a horrible high tolerance with opioids. But you've been off opioids for quite a while, right, Trisha? Easy Willie says, do you think it will work with just 100 milligram shot of Sublocade? Just one time shot? Easy Willie, there are, if you do some searches on Google, there are some, and I found the, what is it called, guys? It's like a study they did. You can do a shot of, or do a Google search for single shot Sublocade, something like that. You might have to tinker with the words to get it to pull up, but there was a trial that they did on several different people that just took one shot, and then they just rolled out from there, and they said that they were successful with that. I usually try to suggest having at least a second shot as like a backup option, because I think that will really help the anxiety when it comes time to let that first shot slowly taper out of your system. Now, I want you to keep in mind that that one shot is gonna last a bit longer than just 1 month. I know that because doctors try to give you guys the injection once a month, that can, I don't know. I've watched a lot of doctors talk about this on their small channels, and I just think there's a lot of doctors out there that don't understand the half-life part of Sublocade, right? Because the 100 milligram shot is going to last you way more than just 1 month. I promise you that. Simply due to the half-life alone. I could physically fill a 100 milligram shot. Now keep in mind, guys, that I have really low body fat, right? So if you don't have really low body fat like me, then you probably won't fill the shot as easy as I do. It's going to be tucked in under your fat, right? Because that's where they put the shot. But if you're really skinny, or if you have low body fat, then you'll physically fill a 100 milligram shot for about 3 months. And what does that mean, right? That means that you have buprenorphine going into you for at least 3 months. I'm assuming that it goes even longer just because you can't feel it. I mean, it's still under a good chunk of your skin, right? So it's still probably there, but I can actually physically feel it for about 3 months. But yeah, if I was you, Easy Willie, I mean, you can try that. I guess it really just depends on how motivated you are. You could try that. I would suggest maybe having a backup shot ready, maybe 2 or 3 months down the road or something like that, if possible. If it's not possible, then it's not possible, but that's kind of what I would recommend. If you have great success right from day one and you're easily able to kick your oral addiction to Suboxone right from day one, then you're going to be that much further ahead down the road. But if you're having to supplement after getting the Sublocade shot for, let's just say, 2 or 3 weeks, then you really haven't had that much time for your brain to heal the addiction to the oral dosing, right? So a lot of it depends on how smooth your first month goes. That's going to be a big part of it, if you being successful with a one and done type of thing. But hop on Reddit, do some research on there. There are plenty of people who have shared their experience doing one Sublocade shot and moving on. Oh my gosh, I'm already way behind the comments. All right, I gotta get caught up here. I like when I get behind, guys. I like when I get caught. I like when I get behind. Let's just say that. Amy did get a notification. I like what Don't Tread on Me says. He says, yes, Trisha, it's important to be honest with yourself instead of getting hit with being miserable for a month and then relapsing because you weren't prepared mentally. I love that. That's a great comment. Always, guys, try to kind of prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I guess when it comes to this line of business that we're in with, so Suboxone Sublocade, Kratom, trying to taper and get off and stuff. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. So I'm not in any recovery program. I'm just trying with the subs. My Wellbutrin and honestly at least once a month relapsing on alcohol and meth. That's a lot of things you got going on there, Trisha. How come you're not in any recovery program? If you've got addictions to opioids, Wellbutrin, and meth and alcohol, I would say that you could probably definitely benefit from either getting some kind of counseling going or getting in a group of some sort, right? Something, you're going to need something other than just Suboxone in just with how many different things you have going on. Put yourself around people who are struggling with similar addictions, and I think that you'll find better success rather than just suffering through it on your own. Okay, that's just, you don't obviously have to do what I say, but I think that that would help you, Trisha, where you have so many different things going on. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. It's kind of a lot. It's a lot to take in. As long as you stay off of these street opioids, then that's the number one thing that you should be concerned about, in from what I'm looking at anyway. Obviously the meth is not going to be doing anybody any good. That would probably be another thing that I would start working on. Some people have said that they're seeking out, what's it called? I was just talking about Adderall for people who struggle with meth addiction, using Adderall as a step down from meth, right? Kind of like Suboxone is for opiates. Something you guys might consider talking to your doctor about. Dan says, thanks for the support, bro. Laugh out loud. Always, Dan, always. It's a little easier to manage withdrawals with weed and a benzo. I'm sure it is. So does that mean you're going through withdrawals right now, Eric? Eric says, Kevin, do you think your addiction to opiates is over? Hell yes, it's over, my friend. Or do you still crave at times? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't even think about taking Suboxone anymore. Right? Like I don't have any, there's nothing in my body that ever says, I wish I had some Suboxone right now, let alone opiates. I haven't taken an opiate since, I've been out of the opiate lifestyle since 2017, right? There was one time that I slipped up back right around when the virus hit. I think I took like 2 doses of opiates and that was it. And it was stupid to do that. I remember I was like, this is dumb. I really felt stupid for doing that. So that's a great question, Eric. Thanks for asking that. I am absolutely, positively not worried about going back to relapse. I don't even know anybody in that lifestyle anymore. I don't have any possible connects. And quite honestly, I would be scared shitless that I was going to get some kind of fake drug. I'm way too paranoid to be going back out in the streets these days, guys. When I was out there in the streets, it was still real stuff everywhere, right? These days, I'm way too paranoid for all the deaths that I've been hearing and speaking with you guys on this channel. I'm just way too paranoid, and I know there's just too many deadly drugs out there. I would be so damn paranoid to relapse. Definitely not something that I could see happening, guys. Eric, I don't think you've told me yet. I think I've asked you a few times now, buddy. Did you start your withdrawal yet? I've answered your questions. Now you gotta answer mine, brother. Unless I missed it somehow, which I don't think I did. How am I 20 minutes behind? All right, I'm gonna get caught up, guys. Give me just a minute. Keep the comments going. I'll get caught up. Don't Tread on Me says, any progress you can make is a step towards the right direction. One addiction at a time, I always say. I could agree with that, yes. And then you can use the snowball method, right? Just like when you're paying off bills, when you're trying to get caught up on your credit report. Start with one thing, pay it off, and then roll that money onto the next thing, and then just get that momentum going if you can. Try to keep it going if possible. These doctors are wild, prescribing 3, 4, 5 heavy medications. Big pharma, man. I agree, Marky. I agree, brother. Yeah, like some people are just zonked out of it on a daily basis, right? Benzos make me forget what I'm doing, but I can't lie, I used to love them. I even used to say people don't like me when I'm on them, because I took up for myself when before the benzos I would people please. Oof. I used to be a very big people pleaser, so I know exactly what that feels like, and I'm glad that I don't do that crap anymore. Oh, we got one more subscriber, guys. We're 3 away from 2200. If you guys are watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to hit that like button. We need 3 more subscribers, guys. Hold on a sec, guys. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I can't get used to Kev with no hat. It's weird. You like that bald ass head, baby? I know it's because I'm always wearing a hat on here, huh? That's freaking funny crap, guys. I've freaking been bald since I was 25, guys. Been shaving this dome. Thanks, Pop. Thanks, Pops and Gramps, for the genetics. Side note, guys. Do you guys think I should grow this beard out longer or shorter? Should I go shorter with it? What do you guys think? I guess I should probably just start doing some more streams without my hat on, so you guys are like, who is this guy? Who is this clown? Where's Kev at? Not gonna lie, I've taken a benzo after not sleeping for 4 or 5 nights straight, and it did help, but that might turn into its own set of problems. I agree, Carrie. Yeah, be careful if your spidey senses are telling you that there could be a problem arising. Then it's a good idea to keep, keep an eye on that. Can subs be bad on your teeth health? Cheyenne asks. Yes, incredibly bad on your teeth. Where did that comment go? Yes, guys, there's a lawsuit going on right now. You can Google it. There's a lawsuit about Suboxone causing premature teeth damage. So Something to think about, guys, especially if you're on higher doses of Suboxone, if you have bad teeth naturally, or if you don't keep up on your teeth hygienes via cleanings, etc., it can definitely accelerate your teeth problems for sure. And that's another thing to think about. If you guys switch to Sublocade, that should be a much better option as far as not causing so much teeth damage, because think about it. You're not swishing that stuff around, baking your teeth for 10, 15 minutes, right, guys? You're no longer putting that stuff in your mouth. So something to think about if you guys have teeth concerns, okay, and you're on Suboxone. I did do a poll to ask how many of you guys believe that you have premature teeth issues caused by Suboxone, and it was more than half of you guys that voted on that Watch This channel that said that. Mr. Clean, that's exactly right. Those commercials that used to always be on. I'm trying to get caught up, guys. So fresh and so clean. Carrie says, if you're going to buy off the street, do yourself a favor and order fentanyl test strips and test your stuff. $20 off of Amazon could save your life. Wow, Carrie, I had never heard of that. Thank you for saying that. Yes, did you guys hear what Carrie just said? So if you guys are taking street drugs, do what she just said. Make sure you're getting what you think you're getting, guys. That is awesome, Carrie. Thanks for sharing that. MLK Day. Okay, I did know that. I'm sorry, guys. I have a crappy memory sometimes. Yes, Cheyenne. It's well known for rotting teeth. Yep. I have 3 teeth. I desperately need root canals because of it. I've had quite a bit of teeth things fixed, guys. So, and I talked to one of my good buddies too. He said he's missing 8 teeth, guys. 8 teeth, and he's my age. All of the teeth. He's missing 2 teeth in the back bottom, this side, upper, and there. 8 teeth, guys. At 42 years of age. No. And he never even went that high on Suboxone doses. He really did never go like above 2-4 milligrams. Damn. Yeah, I talked to some people on this channel that have a full set of dentures because of Suboxone, guys. I don't mean to scare you. It's just something to think about, okay? Keep up on your cleanings. Do what you can to taper when the time is right. It sucks that this medication does have kind of a lot of side effects. What if you keep up with brushing? My doctor says it will be all right if you keep up with my teeth hygiene. I've been on it for 3 years and had no issues yet, Cheyenne says. Maybe you just get lucky. Maybe you're keeping up on your dental hygiene. Maybe you eat clean foods. All these things can help, guys. If you're drinking soda and alcohol and smoking cigarettes, obviously that stuff is going to contribute to having bad teeth. Some of you may have great teeth genes from your family, right? So that these things all come into play. But just brushing your teeth alone, that's not just gonna magically keep all Suboxone teeth damaging things away. You know, you're likely. I mean, a lot of people that we talk to have been on this medication for 10 years. Those are usually the ones that have the worst issues. It usually accumulates over time. A lot of this has to depend on how old you guys are too, right? If you're younger, obviously your teeth are going to be more healthy than as you age. The older you are, the worse your teeth health start to get, just naturally, let alone when you're adding Suboxone to the mix. And smoking and drinking, all the stuff comes into play. Just a quick side note on the teeth brushing thing. They say that the best thing you're supposed to do is to brush your teeth about 1 hour after you take your Suboxone. For whatever reason, that's like the magic time you're supposed to brush your teeth at. Yeah, I'm OCD about brushing my teeth too, and flossing too, guys. So my grill's still white. Ting. I ain't got no hair, but I got a white grill, straight teeth. Hee hee. Control what you can, guys. I can't control this. My poor brother, dude. He was bald in high school, guys. Can you believe that? I at least had my hair till I was 25. I'd probably have it till I was 30 if I didn't ever start taking steroids like I did in my 20s. Steroids, they don't make your hair fall out. Especially if you're prone to male pattern baldness, guys. Just off topic there. I just brush after my dose. I was hoping that's good enough. I've had no issues yet. I mean, if that's what's working for you, I'll just stick with it. I think somebody said you're supposed to wait till like an hour after to brush. I think that came from Dr. Chris Park. Do some Google search on that, guys. I think somebody's made an article about the best way to navigate teeth issues while being on Suboxone. I just don't have it off the top of my head. Don't worry, guys. I'm getting to your comments. I know I'm behind right now. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm still about 15 minutes behind the comments. I will get caught up to you guys, I promise. So if you have questions, if you have comments, just keep them going. I'll get caught up to you guys. Just be patient for a reply. Yes, I know I'm behind. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm going to try to hit on the comments that are like more important as I'm trying to get caught up. You're so behind, Kev. Bad, Kev. I know, I'm getting caught up, guys. I found Dr. Star from your channel, Brian K. said a while ago. He says, I drove 3 hours to see him. Dang, that's a guy who's committed right there, guys. I've been on subs for 3 years at this dose. I found your channel looking for a way out. You're the reason I found Sublocade. That is so awesome, Brian. I love that. And I remember when you kind of started commenting on the channel, probably, God, was it maybe a couple months ago or so? I think Brian K and Nate S found my channel like on the same day, it seemed like, because they both started commenting at the same time. I remember that night. Shout out to you for driving 3 hours to find a better road for yourself, my friend. That is correct. Don't Tread on Me says, I think you're okay then, Cheyenne. I'm pretty sure it's just the films that rot your teeth because of the acid it's the acid stuff, guys. I have heard people say, though, that it's caused by both the films and the tablets. It's just because the stuff you're swishing it around in your mouth for 5 or 10 minutes, right, guys? If you've had good luck with your teeth so far, just keep up on your cleanings, right? Every 6 months, get your cleaning done. I always say too, guys, if you guys start to have pain in your teeth, right? If you have obviously a cavity, get it fixed as soon as you can, because what happens is people will just push that stuff off for a while, and then that cavity turns into a crown or a root canal, right? And then you're going to be spending $2 or $3 grand just to save one tooth. As soon as you guys notice any sensitivity on one tooth, get in immediately and have that looked at, have it fixed. Much better to take care of a cavity than a root canal, guys. Trust me, I've been there and I know this stuff. Looks like we've gone an hour and a half, guys. We'll probably wrap this up in another half an hour, okay? Just giving you guys a heads up. I will get caught up in your comments, so I promise. I need to talk to my endocrinologist about it. Thank you. Yes, Amy, please do, and then get back to us and let us know what they say about that. I'm ready to get off subs and never touch any opiate again, ever again. I'm so ready and excited, frankly. Yeah, hopefully that happens soon for you, Brian. Carrie says, great chat. Good night. Catch you guys next week. Good night, Carrie, and thank you again for that incredible $100 Venmo contribution. I really appreciate that, girl. Thank you, thank you. I know you're probably gone by now, but thank you anyway, Carrie. That is incredible. Thank you very much. Okay, Eric says, no, I haven't yet. Sorry, I'm in and out of my room. You're good, man. I was just wanting to know because I know you've been talking about jumping cold turkey, so I got the drum roll going on my end. I'm waiting to hear of when you do that, because I know you've been talking about it for a minute now. Let us know when you make that jump, Eric. Don't let too many years go by, my friend. We'll be here to support you when you do it, man. I like your beard the length it is now. All right, yeah. I keep going back and forth with like, my mom's like, you look 10 years younger if you shave your beard off. I'm like, I don't want to look younger, Mom. I'm a man, baby. I'm an old ass man. I definitely don't want to look younger. Ain't trying to look like powder up in here, Mom. This is the only hair I got. Absolutely love Dr. Ken Starr. His facility is like a day spa. That's cool to know. I haven't heard that yet. Lauren Ashley says, I've watched your videos in the past and I'm currently coming off of methadone after 9 years of using Kratom. So you're going from methadone to Kratom. Sorry if this was addressed already, but can you elaborate a bit on your views with Kratom for this? Wow, I have so much to say on your situation, Lauren. Are you still here? Can you make a quick comment, Lauren, to let me know you're still here? I'll watch it on this phone. This is the updated phone. As you can see, I'm still... Lauren's comment was 10 minutes ago. Lauren, let me know if you're still in here. Okay, you're still here. All right, so what dose of methadone are you on right now? And when are you planning on doing this? So the things to think about, Lauren, is that methadone is a full opiate, right? Going from methadone to Kratom, that's going to be very challenging. You know, when people go from Suboxone to Kratom, Lauren, and Suboxone, right? Marky's crew was on here a while ago talking about this because apparently he did a lot of people who transitioned from Suboxone to Kratom. And for that to work, a person needs to be on like 0.5 milligram or less of Suboxone, right? So you have to be on a really low dose of Suboxone or methadone for the Kratom to work. If you're gonna do it responsibly, is what I'm trying to say, right? Anybody can buy a bunch of Kratom at the store and just shovel that crap down their throat all day until they're out of withdrawal or feeling a certain type of way. But then you're going to be taking this crappy Kratom all day, right? You're going to be shoveling that stuff down your throat. If you do it really calculated and really responsible, and you taper down to a really low dose, okay, so you're on 22 milligrams, so that's considering what most people are on, you're on a pretty low dose. My last dose will be 1 week from tomorrow. I'll be at 10 milligrams my last day. So that's a much more reasonable dose. What I would say to you is, if you can push yourself as far as you can, yes, kratom is bad for your gut health. Absolutely. Yes. But so is methadone and Suboxone, right? Because all this stuff can be bad for us in certain ways, guys. What I would say to you, though, Lauren, is just know that many people that switch to kratom, they start to go off the deep end with it because they're chasing a high, right? So if you use it responsibly, and you know that it's very possible for you to start abusing kratom, if you seek the warning and you know the warning, and I talk to people on this channel all the time who have high doses of kratom addiction, and a lot of people will say it ruined their life or is ruining their life, right? If you just know that you need to be very, very careful, and if you take as minimal amount as you can, then I think you'd probably be all right. Marky, could you say something about this, Marky, if you're still here? What's your opinion on Lauren's situation going from a pretty reasonably low dose of methadone to kratom? I would just say start as low as you can, Lauren. I would maybe push yourself as far as you can through the withdrawal off of methadone, and then take as little amount of kratom as you can, just to keep yourself out of withdrawal, right? Methadone might be worse. Laugh out loud. The side effects from methadone are horrible. I just need to be able to keep my business running and take care of my family through the detox. How many times a day do you take your methadone, Lauren? The thing that sucks about when you go to kratom is you have to take it multiple times a day. Most people have to take kratom 4 to 5 times a day, right? Where sometimes I talk to people on Suboxone or methadone, they have to only take it once or twice a day. So that's something to consider, is you're going to have to give your addiction much more of your time per day once you switch to kratom, due to the really short half-life. So something to think about. After 1 month of detoxing methadone with kratom, I have 30 days vacation time planned, so I can complete the detox with 0 kratom. So 1 month on kratom, 1 month off, and I hope to be okay. I don't think Marky's gonna say that that's gonna work, and I don't. That sounds a little too optimistic, if I'm being honest with you, Lauren. I hate to be the Debbie Downer here, but I don't think that's gonna happen in 1 month. I really honestly don't. Is it possible? Yes, but I would say if you can just go through the withdrawal and just get it over with, that's probably going to be your fastest way out of it for sure. I've just seen too many people go off the deep end with kratom, so just please be careful with it. It might work if you're very, just take as low amount as you can. I really wish Marky would respond to this comment, because I know his buddy does a lot of this stuff. Marky, if you're still in here, brother, respond to that. But yeah, 1 month getting off of methadone onto kratom, and then being totally off the kratom, I honestly can't see that happening. You're probably going to need to go on your vacation with some kratom in your pocket. Unless you have a high tolerance for withdrawal and you can just get it over with. I would just say just get it over with and just do it that way. I did almost exactly what you are trying to do, Lauren. I tapered down to a half of 1 milligram of Suboxone. And I have a video on this. You're welcome to watch it. It's something titled like Day 6 Getting Off of Suboxone with Low Dose Kratom. Go back and watch the videos right around that time and you'll see what happened. I tried as hard as I could. I had set out like 14 small capsules of kratom, and that was my daily allowance of kratom, right? And I could take like 2 or 3 at a time if I remember right. And I kept having horrible sleep because I would go into withdrawal in my sleep, since kratom has a short half-life, right? So usually when you take Kratom, it buys you like 4 or 5 hours of time until you go back into withdrawal. So you're just kind of chasing the clock all day long, because the Kratom, it works fast, but it goes away fast, right? So that's something to keep in mind. That almost everybody that I talk to that takes Kratom, they're having to wake up at 4 in the morning to take more Kratom because they're going into withdrawal in their sleep. And that's exactly what happened to me. You know, I tapered, I did the hard work, I tapered down to 1/2 milligram of Suboxone. That's a small dose. I was very calculated with how much Kratom I was going to give myself a day, right? I think it was, if I can remember right, it was 5 to 10 grams of Kratom per day. You need to really learn how to measure grams, whether you're scooping the stuff in powder. You need to learn how to measure in teaspoons or tablespoons. You probably need to take teaspoons. You need to learn how to measure or count the capsule size and measure that way. You need to focus on how many grams a day you're going to take. Lauren says, exactly. That's what I'm worried about. I'm afraid I'm going to continue taking the Kratom way past the desired length of time I planned. I wish I had the luxury of going away for a few months. Yes, that's the first video I ever saw by you. I remember eventually you went back to subs. Yep, and the only reason I did that was because I couldn't taper off of the Kratom. I tried as hard as I can, Lauren. I promise you, I fought every day. I tapered myself. I got down from 14 capsules a day to like 7 capsules a day, and I could not get any freaking lower no matter how hard I tried, right? And after getting like a month of crappy sleep, I was like, I'm gonna freaking do this if I don't get some sleep. So I was just like coming back to Suboxone, and I got on, I think like 1/2 milligram or 1 milligram, something like that. And in my opinion, if you have to choose to stay on either low dose Suboxone or low dose Kratom, I believe in my heart of hearts that Suboxone is the better one to stay on if you're gonna have to stay on something. All because of the half-life. You can take Suboxone once to twice a day and be good through the whole night. Kratom, if you're on low doses of Kratom, you have to take it 4 or 5 times a day, and more than likely you're waking up at 4 a.m. with withdrawals. That's how I look at the whole thing. Some people on this channel will disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm just giving you my experience and what I've been through personally, and that's all I can really do. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer for you, Lauren. I'm just trying to keep it as real as I can, okay? And just so you know what you could or might not expect. Based on my experience, to go from your dose of methadone to Kratom to off in 30 days is not very reasonable. It's possible, yes, but you would do some withdrawing in those first 30 days for sure. You would need to be feeling uncomfortable pretty much every day for those first 30 days to get to that point, and is kind of what I'm thinking. But I mean, I think you said you have 30 days off of work or something like that, right? I mean, if you could just stop taking everything altogether and just suffer through it. No, I'm on the Sublocade shot now. I've been off Suboxone, oral doses of Suboxone for 3 months now, because they put a shot of Sublocade in my stomach, and I get a shot every couple months. I'm not sure if you know what the Sublocade shot is. Glad to hear, Brian. He was my doctor, and honestly the most compassionate doctor I've ever had. He will do whatever you want that is best for you. I love that. He's worth the 3-hour drive. I would agree, guys. And he knows his stuff. He definitely knows his stuff. Amy says, I don't know much about Sublocade. Is it easier to come off of than Subutex? The answer is yes. It's literally basically the same medication that's in Subutex and Suboxone. It's buprenorphine, just in a much longer acting form. You can go in once every month or two to get a new injection in your stomach if you want to stay on it. or you can let it slowly taper you off over many months, and it will do the tapering for you over a many month period. We do lots of talk here on the channel about Sublocade. Lots of people are switching to Sublocade. People who have had issues tapering Suboxone and Subutex in the past, those are usually the best candidates for Sublocade. Or people who are just done with their addiction. I have had somebody go right from street drugs right to Sublocade, and it literally probably saved their life, because once you get that injection in your stomach, you can't just pull it out and then go get high the next weekend like you can do if you're on Subutex or Suboxone, right? You guys know that you can stop taking your Suboxone and then go get high on the weekend. You can't do that once you're on the shot. So it's definitely much more of a commitment to be on the shot than to be on Suboxone, right? It's much more expensive too. Much more expensive, especially if you're paying cash for it. You guys can get generic Suboxone pills for like pennies on the dollar. But unfortunately, there's no generic for Sublocade yet, but there will be in the next couple of years. And as Don't Tread on Me said, that would be a big yes, Amy, because you don't have the highs and lows. So when you guys are on Suboxone, Subutex, most of you are having highs and lows from the day throughout the day due to the half-life, the shorter half-life of Suboxone. You feel the medication kick in, and then you feel it wear off during the day, right? Once you're on Sublocade, you don't ever feel that feeling again. It doesn't come and it doesn't go. You just feel like a normal person, which helps you guys forget that you're an addict, which helps when it comes time to let the Sublocade wear out of your system. Oh, don't tread on me. I've got plenty of gray in my beard, buddy. You guys just can't see it. I've been having gray in my beard for many years, brother. See, so Lauren says so Lauren's only taking methadone once in the morning. So just imagine how much more you're going to have to give your addiction, Lauren, once you switch from once just getting your dose and being moved on with your day to now you have to watch the clock. Every 4 or 5 hours, you're going to have to scoop out your Kratom or pull out your capsule packet, and you're going to have to take more. And it tastes like crap, right? It tastes gross, and you have the Kratom burps. Some people have elevated liver issues once they get on Kratom. It's usually the higher dose stuff for that. A lot of people complain about constipation. I'm sure you're familiar with constipation if you're on methadone, so that's probably not going to be anything new. But yeah, you're going to have to take Kratom 4 or 5 times a day just to keep yourself out of withdrawal. So that's going to suck. That alone is going to suck, right? Is it not possible that, Lauren, that you just keep tapering your methadone? Honestly, if I was in your shoes, that's probably what I would do. To be straight up honest with you, that's probably what I would do. Rather than switching to Kratom and adding a whole nother layer of complexity to your situation, like you know what to expect on methadone, right? You know how to taper. You've been doing it. I would just keep it simple if I was in your shoes, Lauren, and not mess around with the Kratom. Just keep tapering methadone. That's what I would do. But you can figure out what you want to do. I'm just trying to save you some headache. She said she had mental symptoms, anxiety, but physically she said it was nothing compared to Suboxone withdrawal. Yeah, guys, I hear like everybody says something totally different. It's usually what it is it's usually the last thing they withdraw off is usually the worst that they say, and it's because it's what's most familiar. Like I've withdrawn off of hardcore opiates back in the past. I was sweating, my sheets were soaked through the night, and I didn't even know that was withdrawal, right? So usually what is the most recent heartbreak that we've gone through or withdrawal that we've gone through is usually what we're going to think is the worst. But I do hear people say Kratom was the worst, heroin was the worst. You know, everybody says that their thing is the worst, but everybody says something different. So take that with a grain of salt. I haven't heard of this, Cheyenne. Cheyenne says, and you have to drink something acidic to make it work better to activate the alkaloids. I've definitely never heard of that, my friend. Marky must be snuggling with Deb and the cat. I know Marky on Sunday nights, he says that I put him to sleep. So, Marky, if you're dreaming, this is the real dream. Oh, 510 Fitness is in here. What's up? Do you think 1 milligram of Suboxone daily maintenance is okay? Absolutely, 510, yes. That's a great maintenance dose of Suboxone for somebody who wants to stay on Suboxone, who wants to keep themselves safe and from worrying about a relapse. I think anywhere from half of a milligram to 2 milligrams of Suboxone is a great all-around dose. And what I mean by that is I've been on all those doses, and right between 1 and 2 milligrams, I would say I felt pretty dang good. Like as good as you could feel on Suboxone, right? You have low constipation issues. You have not as nearly as many sexual issues on lower doses of Suboxone. What else? There's more things. You don't feel like such a zombie on a low dose of Suboxone, and it can keep you safe and block the opioids if you happen to try to take them. I once took 40 milligrams of oxy when I was on 1 milligram of Suboxone, and I didn't feel anything but sick. So it can kind of keep you guys safe. Like for those that want to stay on Suboxone, yeah, 1 to 2 milligrams. You're going to have low issues with having teeth problems because you're taking such a small dose. It's a pretty good all-around dose. And remember, guys, just because some of us are trying to get off of Suboxone doesn't mean that all of us are, right? And some of us need to stay on, at least for now, or want to stay on. That's totally okay, guys. You guys will not ever be judged for wanting to stay on whatever dose of Suboxone. Like, it's just, you guys need to when you guys look in the mirror, do you guys feel okay with yourself? That's really the most important thing when it comes down to this. If you guys are on 16 milligrams of Suboxone and you're happy in your life, screw it, man. If you're happy, you're happy. If you're not having horrible side effects, then you're not having horrible side effects. It's different for all of us. Looks like I'm just about caught up in the comments finally, guys. I knew I would do it. We'll probably try to wrap this up, guys, in the next 5 or 10 minutes. If you have anything left to say, please say it now. If you have any questions, please ask them now. If you haven't liked the video, please hit that like button, guys. Let me see how many likes we've got on this video so far. Did we hit 2,200 subscribers yet? Nope. Still need 3 of you guys to subscribe. But let's see how many likes we have on the video here, guys. Did we get to 20, 25? I've been forgetting to ask you guys throughout the video here. Hold on. We got to 19 likes, guys. Running kind of deep and running kind of shallow on the likes here tonight, guys. I should have been asking you guys throughout the live stream. My bad. I kind of fumbled the football on that one. Speaking of fumbling footballs, wow, the Ravens are up 10-9. Okay, we got ourselves a game here. It definitely means we got to shut this down here in the next little bit, guys. Let me make sure I get everybody's comments. And before we start to wrap things up, I wanted to send a shout out to the contributors of the night here on the live stream. We had Brian K come through with a $20 super chat, baby. And we also had our good friend Don't Tread on Me come through with a $5 donation as well. So shout out to you guys who contributed here live on the show. I appreciate both of you guys who did that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the people who I mentioned earlier who donated through the week as well, especially Carrie S with the incredible $100 Venmo. She is the sponsor of the week. Thank you, Carrie S. All right, back to some more comments here, guys. Lauren, I would taper down to the lowest possible amount until your 30 days and then quit. That would give you 30 days to suffer, and you should be able to work and function by the end. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I would just stick with the the methadone and keep tapering. You already know what to expect when you taper your methadone. Did you guys see what Lauren just said? Good for you. That's awesome. My best friend actually just came off the Sublocade shot after a year on it. Cold turkey. Well, one thing I got to say on that is there's really no such thing as a cold turkey Sublocade withdrawal due to the long half-life of it, okay? So just remember that once you guys stop getting your Sublocade shot, it still will take many months for that stuff to fizzle out of your system. So I'm sure what you meant by cold turkey is that she didn't taper her doses. I'm sure that's what you meant to say. But yeah, there's definitely no way to cold turkey Sublocade. And she says, and she didn't experience many symptoms. So you guys are seeing it out there that if there is a withdrawal from Sublocade, everybody has said it's either much less or it's not there. So in the next few months, you guys should see me going through what would be a withdrawal if there is one. So hang tight, guys. It's coming hopefully in the near future. I am near the end of my Sublocade journey. She said she had mental symptoms, anxiety, but physically said it was nothing compared to Suboxone withdrawal. And that's why a lot of people are switching to it for that exact reason right there. Thanks for all the input, guide. Yes, thanks for sharing your situation on here, and I hope you check back with us, Lauren, and let us know what route you chose to go and how it worked out for you. You know, we're here every Wednesday and Wednesday afternoon, depending what time zone you're in. We're here every Wednesday and Sunday night as well. Okay, so if you ever need a place to come check in, you know you've got a bunch of people here who will support you wherever you're at. Okay. 510 Fitness says, thanks, bro. Yes, for sure. It's been nice to see you in here more often, 510 Fitness. Thanks for checking in with us. What are you waiting for? Subscribe to this, baby. I'm going to check again, see if anybody else subscribed yet. Nope. Must be one of those nights where it's just not going to happen. Eric, I think I'm a little confused by your question. Eric says, so Kevin, I know you had a harder time getting off Suboxone than Sublocade. Is this the reason you don't have it around, or just your mind frame? I don't understand your question, Eric. I'm not off of Sublocade yet. Sorry guys, I'm getting sniffly. I hate to sniff in your ear like that. So yeah, Eric, I'm still on Sublocade, brother. You said, is the reason you don't have it around? What do you mean it around? Like what? I don't have what around? I'll wait for you to clarify on that one, Eric. Grow that beard out, mountain man style. I don't know. I had it pretty long here for a while, and I was like, oh, I need to. I was starting to kind of get kind of funky looking. So how long ago was it, Lauren, that she stopped taking, like she got her last shot? And especially if she had a bunch of shots, some people are saying it takes up to a year before the Sublocade fully wears out of their system. So hopefully I'm not sure like her total treatment plan, if she got a whole bunch of shots and then just recently stopped. Do you think the Bucks are going to win tomorrow? Who are they playing? I forgot. They're playing. What's it? Remind me who they're playing. I don't know why I can't remember right now. Who else is in there? Who else is in there? I'm drawing a blank. I'm hoping Eric will respond and clarify what he was talking about what I don't have around. I was a little confused by that, Eric. I'll wait for that question to come through. Oh, Dallas. Oh, wow. That might be a good game. My guess is that, yeah, the Bucks are going to win that one. Just Dallas usually never does good in the playoffs, and then that's usually when Tom Brady, even though he's kind of sucked this year, that's when Tom Brady somehow pulls it together, right? It's playoff time. So if I had to put money on it, I don't know the odds or anything like that. I would probably guess that the Bucks are going to win that game tomorrow. Unless Dallas just has one of their magical games, right, where they're just super freaking dominant. If I had to bet on it, though, I would probably put my money on the Bucks. You're right, though. That is who they're playing. Wow, the Bengals pulled back ahead. Dang, guys, this is going to be a good game. Woo! Oh, Bengals just scored again. Now we're up by... Wait, the score should be higher than that. Did Brady get banned next year? Did Brady get banned next year? What do you mean? Eric, are you not going to respond to that? To clarify what you were talking about in that question? Does anybody else have any other questions or comments, anything? It looks like it's going pretty silent here in the comments now, guys. I'm just chilling. I've got a few more minutes if you guys want to chat about anything else real quick or have any questions about anything not addiction related. I'm down to talk about that. You guys know I love to go off topic with stuff, especially at the end. She did once a month for the shot and she just never went back. She's been off 6 months. Okay, so that's good. She said at her second month without it, she felt bad, anxiety, and depressed, but by the third month she was okay. So yeah, I would say she's good by now then. Okay, so Eric says Suboxone was harder for you to get off, is what I meant. Harder for me to get off than what? I thought I heard that somewhere for something he did. NFL won't let him come back? What? I could not picture the NFL not letting the GOAT not come back. But is it the crypto stuff that he was going through? I know he was kind of involved in that FTX scam that happened a little while ago. Is that what you're talking about? So yeah, Lauren, your friend's probably good by now then. One thing I would have your friend do, Lauren, is because I have heard some people testing positive for buprenorphine still up to a year after getting shots. So if she got a whole bunch of shots, she could possibly still be testing positive for buprenorphine. You can order buprenorphine test pee strips off of Amazon. I would probably tell your friend Lauren to order some of those. They're really cheap. Or she can go to her doctor and just test and see if the shot is fully worn off. But some people, where do you get your cars from? Copart? No, I just get them off of our local website here in the area. We have a really good local website called KSL, and there's tons of people posting cards. Also, Facebook Marketplace, I can find some good cars on there too. Are you into cars? Are you flipping them, or what are you doing there? And don't tread on me. Every person is different. Every situation is different. I have learned that no two people will have the same experience. I agree with you. There are so many other factors when it comes to withdrawal and one's mental state. Yes. And also one's physical state and also one's age. These things all come into play. One's diet, all this stuff comes into play, guys. How good are you eating? Do you do other drugs? Do you do alcohol? Do you smoke? Are you overweight? That stuff comes into play and can make it more challenging. Do you eat crappy sugary food? That's going to make it harder for you. Like Lauren said, there's 1,000 different scenarios that come into play. All we can really do is try our best and see what happens, right, guys? Some people have a much higher tolerance for suffering through withdrawal. Some people's bodies don't react to withdrawal the same. So I agree with you, Lauren. It's different for all of us. Yes, Copart is an auction. I believe it's a public auction. But KSL, no. KSL is like for private people and dealers to get on, post their stuff. I've thought about getting into flipping them. I've been in auto tech pretty much my whole life. So you're just like me, my friend. I was laid off from BMW. Dude, I have a 440i M Sport in the garage right now. Have you seen my car channel yet? You should go check out my car channel, dude. I talk about flipping cars on there. I shared some experiences with my car dealership when I had it a couple years ago. I usually bought and sold Corvettes since they're my favorite car and my funnest car. But I've always flipped back and forth between like Corvettes and BMWs. I love Beamers. I almost bought a brand new M4 2 years ago before I decided to buy my 440i M Sport. That B58 engine. What you know about that B58? Don't tread on me. What's your favorite BMW engine? But yes, if you're an if you know how to work on cars, you need to get into flipping cars for sure, because there is a lot of money in that, my friend. Trust me, I've made a lot of money buying, fixing, and flipping cars. A lot of it, the main part of it, is learning how to negotiate the best deals and having the cash to go buy these cars. When you see the good deals pop up, you got to be on it like this, because there's other flippers out there, right? And they all know that it's early bird gets the worm. As soon as you see a good price, a good car for a decent price, you need to get them up instantly and try to negotiate a cash deal and get out there and get that car, because people are flocking to these deals. If I could throw you some nuggets of wisdom from a car flipper / dealer. And then if you have the mechanical background, that's going to help you negotiate deals, right? If you see a car has an issue, you already negotiate a lower deal before you even got there, and then you see these issues that you can pick out and be like, look, the car has this, it needs brakes or a CV joint or whatever, and then you can use that to further negotiate the deal when you're there in person with cash, right? They want to get the deal done and get the car out of there and give you the title and get the cash, and you want to get the car for as cheap as possible so that when you sell it, you're going to make more money, right? The biggest part about doing flipping is knowing cars and knowing how to negotiate and not being afraid to lowball people, because that's just kind of what it has to come down to, right? You make the money on the buy, as everyone says, when you're a dealer. So mine is let's see, nice. What year? The B58 is a great engine. If you ever have questions or a stump, feel free to ask. I worked for BMW for 6 years. Dude, that's so awesome. So mine's a 2019. Dude, I love my car. You'll see it if you go to my car channel. So it doesn't sound like you've seen my car channel yet. If you go to the description box, there's a link to my car channel. It's called Badass 1G. And I have like such a different variety of videos. But one of my more recent videos was, it shows a bunch about my car. It's got some modifications done to it. And yeah, dude, the B58 is an awesome motor. Just instant freaking boost on that car, man. My car's straight. I've got a 5-inch downpipe catless. Dude, that turbo spool is so fast. Everyone's leaving now that we're talking about cars. That's all right. We were gonna finish up anyways. The newer M5s, but I'm not a big fan, dude, of the V8s. Dude, working on those M5s, I bet that's got to be challenging. I'm glad they did away with all those, what were they called? Those transmissions in the M5s and M6s, the V10 ones. What was that? What was it called? Steptronic, or you know what I'm talking about. They kind of had a lot of issues. I think they were dual clutch on the older V10 ones. I think they used the same tranny in some of the, what's it called? Something Tech. I don't know why I can't remember the name right now. You know what I'm talking about, though. I'm sure you've seen more of them than any of us. But those, yeah, the newer, bigger M cars with the turbos on the bigger engines. Dang, dude, they're getting those cars so fast with like a simple like downpipe and like a computer chip adjustment, right? Like a tune, they call it. That's great advice. I'm going to look into it more. I have not seen your other channel. I've been meaning to watch it. I've been in the middle of moving back east, so I haven't watched much TV lately. Yeah, dude, whenever you get bored, just check it out. Skim through my videos, because there's a whole bunch of random car videos of me fixing stuff, and my R1 videos, me doing wheelies down the freeway and stuff, like a bunch of crazy random stuff out there. But yeah, I had a car dealership a couple years ago, and I sold a lot of Corvettes there, so I made quite a bit of Corvette content. But one of my most recent videos is me doing like a walk around of my 440i. I love that car. It's the blue with the orange interior. Oh, freaking gorgeous, gorgeous color combo. Eric says, every time I take my BMW to get serviced, they always tell me it needs fixing to get money out of me for some reason. Yeah, I work on my own car. I do my own. I don't trust anybody to touch my stuff but me. I definitely do my own. I did my own service on my car. Actually, I recorded a video to show people how to do the oil change on the 440, but it's not really a big deal to do that, so I haven't really posted it yet. I was just thinking of different content I could make for my car channel. What kind of BMW do you have, Eric? I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it right now either. Have you seen the new XM? No, I haven't. Dude, do you know why I didn't buy the new M4, the 2022? Oh, actually, on my channel, look at my shorts. I test drove a brand new M4, and I was like beating on it with with the salesman in my car. I was mashing on it. I did a short video. I literally think that was the last short video I did on my car channel. I was just mashing on this brand new car. But you know why I didn't buy that new M4? The exhaust, dude, it sounded like crap. It does not sound good to me. So I was like, I need a B58. Those motors sound way better than the M4 and the M3. So I literally passed on buying a brand new M4 simply because of the exhaust note that I heard. I do not like the way that the M4s sound at all. So I literally saved myself like 40 grand and went and bought I flew up to Oregon and bought an M440i or a 440i M Sport. BMW Gran Turismo, is that a 3 or 4 series? So that's the GT one, right? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Eric, BMWs always need repairs. Luckily, mine only has just barely hit 30,000 miles. I never drive that damn car. Shit, I'll show it to you right now when we're chilling, buddy. Check this out. I'm gonna take you guys into the garage. Let's go down and check out my whip. Come with me, friends. Where's my keys at? Let's take this off topic here for a minute, guys. Gotta go show you. Oh, wait till you see what's in my my trunk area. Check this out, guys. We got my baby blue right here. That's a 2020 R1, guys. Look at this beauty. Look at this beautiful girl. Oh my goodness. She dirty though. I can't get the camera on there right. So that's a 2020 R1. And then, oh, look at that, baby. Look at that spoiler I put on here, guys. Can't really see it very good right there. Look at those wheels. Woo! What do you guys think of this, baby? Damn, baby, you're looking good. Oh, yeah. It's hard to record at this angle. This car is bad, eh, guys? See that Corvette sign? You can tell I used to have a lot of Corvettes. How about this stuff? What's that? Gone racing. All right, let me show you what's in my trunk, guys. Hold on. Check this out, guys. Look at this interior color combo. Oh my goodness. Anyways, look back there. What do you see back there, guys? Rockford Fosgate 15-inch subwoofer right there. Woo-wee. Check out that interior. Yeah. This car's awesome, guys. Too bad I don't ever drive it, though. Ooh, it's cold out here. All right. And I've got my hoopty parked out front. Nice, love the car. Yeah, dude, that interior color, that's why I went to Oregon for that car, because I could not find that interior combo. Ooh, private tour. Got the cool lights up there on top. Got the TV over here. This freaking townhouse has 30 stairs, guys. It's a pain in the butt to walk all the way up. I'm all gassed out now. Whew. Look at that beautiful baby. Oh my God, it's cold down there. Whew. Check it out. It's a 635 horsepower X5, basically. Damn. So it's a brand new one then, or what? Am I the only one that's freezing up? What was the phone freezing, guys? Six series. I don't think I've seen that one, Eric. Brian says, Kevin, do you feel the same side effects you felt on Suboxone, or would you say you feel more normal being on Sublocade? Just wanted to see what changes I can expect being on Sublocade. So, I would say emotionally, I feel much different on Sublocade. As far as the side effects goes, as far as constipation, that's pretty similar to being on Suboxone. And sexual side effects, that's pretty similar to being on Suboxone as well. But when you switch to Sublocade, emotionally you feel a lot better and a lot more normal and a lot more steady. You don't have the highs and lows all day, right? And the best thing is that Sublocade helps kill your emotional addiction to dosing something every day, right? Like I don't have to wake up and put something in my mouth every day just to feel normal and to keep myself out of withdrawal. So the main benefits is upstairs, right? Which is going to come in clutch when it comes time to come off Sublocade. Are there certain specific things you're questioning or you want to know about, Brian, as far as, hopefully did I touch base on enough there, or did I miss anything? Good call. The B58 is definitely the best engine they've made yet. I've heard that from a lot of people, and I do agree. I've had a lot of BMWs over the years, and damn, dude, this one is money. I've had a lot of like 335i's, stuff like that, like the N54 and the N55. I've had a couple of those. Dude, those wastegate rattles on the N54, woo, that sucks. I've had a lot of those old school 325 IS's back in like early 90s, those square looking cars. I've had an E46 M3, those are cool cars. Those are really rare these days, it seems like. Brian K says, dude, love your setup. Thank you. Dude, I can literally fit 3 cars in that garage. Can you guys believe that? With a 1 car opening. It's kind of crazy how they did this. And then I have there's upstairs with 2 bedrooms, up another huge flight of stairs. It's like these townhouses are really tall and skinny, right? It's kind of different. I'm moving in. I thought you quit subs, question mark. Are you talking to me? Don't tread on me. I stopped taking Suboxone 3 months ago? Oh, Brian K says hoping. My favorite car is the 6th Gen Camaro ZL1. I know you'd appreciate that, having a Corvette previously. Dude, check out my channel. I had a supercharged C7 Corvette not too long ago. I actually have the dyno of it on there too. And my buddy had a supercharged Camaro SS. That's also on the car channel. I used to build race cars. I used to build those Mitsubishi Eclipses and Eagle Talons. 40 pounds of boost I'd run on stock motors at the track all summer long. There's a lot of old racing car videos of mine on the channel too, if you skim through enough videos. I bet some of you car guys will really love my car channel, so if you haven't yet checked it out, the link is in the description of all my videos. It's near the bottom of the description box. To get my feeling back and wanting to be more social and feel again. I know I'll get there. Yeah, I know Roberta, she comes on here usually on Wednesdays, sometimes Sundays, and she says like it's been major game changer for her. She says she feels like she's getting her old self back, and she's feeling a lot more emotions now. Like there's, like I said, like it's a big time emotional upgrade for sure. Some of the like the constipation stuff, sometimes some people still have issues with that, specifically closer towards when you get your shot, right? And then as the month goes on, those things start to improve. But definitely the emotional stuff is a big upgrade, and you just stop feeling like this all day. You just feel nice and steady. All those oil leaks on the N55s. Oh my gosh. BMWs always have a lot of recalls on some things to fix. Yeah, it was a joke for sub back in the day. Thanks, Kev. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I think we're gonna probably wrap it up in here. It's been obviously, as we always go, way over the time that I try to shoot for. My egg whites are all warmed up here. We'll probably wrap it up here, guys. Thank you all who chatted your butts off today. My voice is starting to get groggy now, so I know that's time to go. I don't even know what's going on with the football game anymore, so I'm gonna get caught up with that. And don't forget to hit that like button, guys, and subscribe if you haven't yet. I know we're really close to 2200, so hopefully we can get there within the next couple days. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the Wednesday live stream, okay? Thank you all for joining today, and go Seahawks next year. All right, guys, have a good night. We'll see you soon. Love y'all. Bye.